If your body is a cage, then you must be a bird or a prisoner. If your heart commits treason, you must be a country or a king. If you interrupt concerts, you must be a fire truck or ambulance.
Okay, that reminds me of the time when during an oats rehearsal we were doing All Among the Barley, and she sings, "Now has come September, the hunter's moon's begun, a line I can't remember, and then another one."
The muse descends upon us at strange times.
Yes. There's this great shot of me with my guitar looking off going, you know, it's like disapproving musician disapproves.
There's also him in the...
Or perhaps, I am smiling.
I like the one in his Super Ohm t-shirt with the pose. I have a dramatic pose.
Not so great, actually. My back hurts.
Would someone do me a favor and come fetch this little stuffed Cthulhu that's sitting on the light on the counter up front by the tip jar? Thank you, Scott. You're now an official roadie. I'll be sleeping with you after the show.
You know, the action folk singer hasn't been doing anything for years. I'm actually...
Didn't they have a baby?
No, they didn't have a baby.
Oh.
They had a play.
Oh, almost as bad.
Or a stage musical, one or the other.
Well, you don't have to send those to college.
No, you don't.
And there's somewhat less poop involved.
Depends on who you cast.
He likes to play with Latin. He took a medieval hymn about the birth of Christ, Gaudete Te, and wrote it about the rising of Cthulhu, Timere.
Timere, Cthulhu est nascus, ex thalassicus frigus, timere. It means, be afraid, for Cthulhu has risen from the cold ocean. Be afraid.
It goes on at great length on how he will eat up everybody and so forth.
And everyone will go insane and...
That'll be a brief religious interlude.
Timere, Cthulhu is not... Oh, sorry. Actually, I had a great idea for the next game in the Guitar Hero series. Acoustic Guitar Hero. Yes. With all Beatles, Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Paul Simon songs.
I don't play it, but he had to show me a segment where you're doing a Spinal Tap song.
Yes, one of the encore songs is a Spinal Tap song. And once you get through and complete the song, the drummer explodes. On the way up to Pasadena this morning, I saw a great bumper sticker. I have a great relationship with God. It's his fans I can't stand. The audiobook I have on Buddhism is by Lama Surya Das, which is a very fancy Tibetan name for a Brooklyn Jew who talks like this on his audio CD talking about Buddhism. It's very entertaining.
I've studied a lot of stuff by Pema Chodron, who used to be Deirdre Blomfeld. You know, I wondered, very few American Buddhist scholars actually bothered to become fluent in Tibetan. So when you go and get ordained by a Tibetan master and they say your new name is, how do you know it means what they tell you? What did you tell this one?
So tell me, two dogs fucking, why do you not want to know?
So what did you tell this one? I said it was Resplendent Lotus of the Dawn. Really? What did you call her? Horse's ass.
In the original arrangement of the playlist, she wanted to put this song immediately after the Jack the Ripper song. And I said, putting a song called Grow Where You're Planted right after a song about a mass murderer might be a little wrong. I was listening to the radio and the burst of static came on in the middle of a song very much about, you know, bad relationships. This burst of static came on that sounded exactly like... Baby, I'm bad for you in ways you can't imagine. Well, to you too!
No, it was the radio itself was so sick of those pop songs. It was injecting an editorial comment.
I started writing it about breaking up with my third long-term girlfriend, that being Sharon, who also inspired Requiem Aeternam, by the way.
See, it's a wonderful mechanism where you can turn ex-lovers into art. But unfortunately, we haven't quite mastered it because the ex-lovers are still there.
The ex-lovers are still around
We're done.
yeah. Then again, I don't think either of us would want to have
Deleted each other.
Used up each other that way. Okay, this is one of my war protest songs. It's called...
Because you're a hippie deep down.
Not very deep.
Excuse me? I'm wearing a t-shirt that says "Make art, not war," and you're saying it's deep?
Oh, and Birkenstocks, right?
And Birkenstocks, for crying out loud. I was born in the summer of '69, okay?
Did you play your first guitar till your fingers bled?
No, I wasn't that stupid. And I still have 2 tickets left for the show on Thursday, only $5 each, and our part ends at 9 o'clock, so you can still get home in time to get a good night's sleep.
It's the Renaissance fair reflex. Everything that's tried on is a bodice ornament. There's a relatively famous picture of me with a Buddha's hand citron, also known as a Cthulhu fruit, in my cleavage. And among the captions that my friends came up with was, Jim Hay clears his throat and prepares to discreetly inquire if the great god Cthulhu is aware that there is a woman stuck to his ass.